Why doesn't he show his birth certificate?
If he was not born here, he can't be president. It would be a disaster. It would be one of the great cons of all time. I don't know why he doesn't just show his birth certificate.
I hope that someday he can produce it, because I think he's toying with the American public.
I've been told that it's not there and it doesn't exist. And if that's the case, that's a big problem.
He didn't. When he was asked that, he's like, I don't know, somebody told me a couple of days ago. Look, Trump's ugly birther rhetoric has pushed him to the top of the polls. But now he's going even further, showing his true colors with a blistering assault on President Obama's academic record, full of hints and innuendo without a shred of evidence. Yet another attack with clear racial overtones.
I heard he was a terrible student. Terrible. He went to Occidental. I heard he was a terrible student. Not like, okay, I heard he was a bad student. How does a bad student then go to Columbia and then go to Harvard? How does this happen?
You heard that. You heard that from who? He just makes it up. He presented no proof whatsoever. But hey, he's just asking innocent questions, right? More from Trump. Quote, I have friends who have smart sons with great marks, great boards, great everything, and they can't get into Harvard. We don't know a thing about this guy. There are a lot of questions that are unanswered about our president. I mean, it's so obvious what he's saying there. I have white friends who can't get into Harvard. How did this black guy get in? Now, for the record, we do know that Obama graduated from Harvard Law School magna cum laude, meaning he did pretty damn well at the top law school in the country, and that he served as editor of the Harvard Law Review, which is basically the top spot in the school. So why would you assume he had terrible grades if you have no facts to back that up, especially given his amazing academic accomplishments? Come on, you know why. Because Obama's black and he went to Ivy League schools. He must not have deserved it, right? And on his stance on birtherism, why is our first black president the only one being challenged about where he was born? Why didn't they question Clinton or Bush or Reagan or McCain about where they were born? Now, I know what people say. Oh, come on. Obviously, they were all born in America, right? They're so white. Did you know McCain was born in Panama? Somehow that never became a big issue. Oh, it was a military base. Imagine if Obama was born on a military base somewhere outside the country. Now, could President Obama's race have something to do with that as well? Come on, look, it's part of a disturbing pattern with Trump. A couple of weeks ago, Trump was asked about Obama's high approval ratings among African Americans in New York. Here's his response.
I have a great relationship with the blacks. I've always had a great relationship with the blacks. But unfortunately, it seems that, the numbers that you cite are very, very frightening numbers.
The blacks? Who says that? Look, Trump never says it outright. He doesn't say, oh, yeah, I hate black people. Of course he's not going to say that, but he doesn't have to. The message is clear. Barack Obama is different. He's the other. He didn't earn his way. Why? Because he's black. Look at him. You know what you call someone who judges people based on the color of their skin? You call them a racist. With me now is the Reverend Al Sharpton of the National Action Network, speaking to us from Newark, New Jersey tonight. Reverend Sharpton, look, it's a high bar to call someone a racist because that's, it's a very powerful word and you just don't throw that around. But at this point, one thing after another, for me, this school thing broke the camel's back. I mean, why would they question his amazing academic record at Harvard other than the color of his skin?
Well, I think that the racial overtones are obvious. I also think that we should not go for the bait of giving Donald Trump another week of media frenzy by making an accusation to him, then he denies and going back and forward. The real question is, where's his evidence that he said he had these investigators around the president's birth? It would seem to me that if an American woman had gone to Kenya at the time of the birth of President Obama, there would be a passport record or a visa record. All of that would have to come up. I mean, the fact the media has not really made Mr. Trump come forward since he said he had all these investigators with an inkling of evidence. Now he goes into this whole thing of suggesting that by some affirmative action, the president went not to one, but two Ivy League schools, and oh, I got it, and became the editor of the Harvard Law Review. Affirmative action can't make you the editor of the Harvard Law Review, Donald Trump. I think that what Mr. Trump should be called on by the media is to present his platforms if he's going to run for president. When I ran for president in 2004, we had to lay out what we wanted to, what were we running for? What was our deal with the criminal justice system? How do we want to deal with fairness in terms of the economy? What do we want to do about the structure of how the unemployed were being structurally put into a place of unemployment and minorities double unemployed? All the way across to how we were dealing with energy. We laid this out. We did over 30 debates. He has not had to do anything but make reckless, unfounded charges against the president. It's time that if Mr. Trump wants to be taken seriously, the media ought to take him seriously and make him answer policy questions, because he obviously has no evidence to back up anything he's saying about the president.
Now, the thing is, we do that night in, night out. He's got no proof on the academic record. He's got no proof on the birther nonsense. He's got no proof on anything. Look, when Savannah Guthrie asked him about right of privacy and Roe versus Wade, he was full. He's like, what does that have to do with anything? This guy doesn't know a thing, right? He's a joke. I get that. My question, though, in this regard is, what's the proper attitude to take when he takes this obvious racial, line with the school, with the birther thing, etc.? Is it right to call him out? Not call him out? What do you do?
To me, I think it's right to say that line is obviously trying to play a racial overtone, but let's get to the real issue here. This country is facing serious debt. This country has various states in deficits. I'm in New Jersey now. On my way to Elizabeth, rallying with unions about that. This country is facing serious problems in terms of global affairs, foreign affairs, as well as in our local communities with education. What's your plan on that, Mr. Trump? Don't let him dictate the conversation. If he wants to be taken seriously, if he wants to be considered a leading candidate for president, then make him do what the rest of us had to do. Answer presidential questions. Playing games about the president's birth when everyone knows the answer. Playing games when people know you cannot be the editor of the Harvard Law Review on affirmative action is to give him a pass. He's the one that wants to be exception. If he wants to run, make him strap up his sneakers and get on the track and run like the rest of us run, or shut up and go back to your Trump Towers and play the TV host that you are. It's time to put up or shut up. The race card is not the way to run for president.
All right, Reverend Al Sharpton, very clear as always. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your time.